Hello everybody, I've made some changes to my videos. See, I've always wanted to go for a vlogging kind of style, but I found my videos appear more tutorial-esque. My initial intention is just to document my journey to evolving my creative self, like a diary. So from now on, I've decided to try using animation to help deliver the story, and I'm attempting to record more and include more live footage, and I'm gonna try documenting more real-time progress on my projects. I hope everybody will enjoy these changes. So at the beginning of this week, I fixed up my mannequin so I can work on my Sayu cosplay. But I have some footage I recorded prior to this week where I'm just showing you the two shirts I got from Goodwill that I plan to upcycle for the cosplay. Both shirts were only around $3 each, quite a steal. I'll be removing the sleeves and other unnecessary embellishments and painting most of the details. This was around the time that I had bought the snap buttons from Amazon, and I will be using it on the inner shirt, and it will be covered up by a belt, which is convenient because I accidentally applied the button backwards. Fast forwarding a couple weeks to the current day. In those past few weeks, my weird little mannequin was standing guard in the back of the room, menacingly. It was begging me to rack my brain for a better solution, so this is what I came up with. I disemboweled the mannequin, shoved a hanger into it. I took the clothes rack that was sitting uselessly in my room, lowered it to match my height better, and hung the mannequin onto the rack. Then I proceeded to shove all the innards back into the mannequin. This gave me the perfect opportunity to mold the shape better to my liking. Lastly, we used our MVP, duct tape, for the final touches. Strangely, this whole process felt a little barbaric. But anyway, so after all that action, I just spent the rest of the day browsing the web for more materials for the cosplay. I researched how to dye synthetic fibers since the shirts I thrifted were mainly made out of polyester. I found the color remover on Amazon, but it looks like I'll have to venture outside to the store to buy some synthetic dye. It's the next day, and I spontaneously decided I wanted to repair my sketchbook cover. Well, actually I've wanted to repair it for a while, but I spontaneously decided that today is the day to do it. I cut the cover off and repaired it with some packing tape, the just as useful cousin to duct tape. And by repair, I mean that I covered it entirely in packing tape. And man, did I seriously struggle with punching the holes on the sides to place it back onto the rings. And I also dreaded the thought of taping each individual cut I made, so I just taped the ends. And a side note from the future, it's holding up surprisingly well. A little bit of background. I got this book in 2011 as a Christmas gift from a good friend from childhood, hence the crappy drawing on the front page from childhood me. 12 years later, it still has empty pages, but I fully intend to finish this book so I can start a new one. Would you guys be interested if I redrew some of my works in a future video? I had the inspiration to use the stickers I ordered from Artist Alley to create a collage for my cover. And along with that inspiration came more ideas of more surfaces I could cover with stickers, which fuels my urge to continue buying more stickers. I mean, everyone says I have a sticker problem, but I honestly don't see a problem. And anyways, I'm supporting my fellow artists, right? Anyways, so I just spent the rest of the day editing videos, blah blah, boring, whatever. Next day, please. So, baby and I have been craving spring rolls lately, and I figured I'd try to make some on my own. I began with making the sauce, but both my parents were at work, so I couldn't consult them on the recipe, and I was just winging it based on memory. Like, I seriously had no idea what I was doing or why I was doing it, but somehow it turned out alright. Now, if you're wondering why I didn't just go out and buy some spring rolls, well, unfortunately where we live, there aren't any places to get good spring rolls. The one place that we did like that made really good spring rolls, well, it closed during COVID, like a year or two back or so. When I used to live with my parents, they would make some bomb spring rolls and sauce. So I treasured up memories of years of watching my parents cook and the lasting memory of the taste of their food to try and recreate those amazing spring rolls. Eventually, my stepmom returned from work and I consulted her with how to season the protein, but like all good cooks, she could only tell me what she used and not really how much. Basically, she told me to measure with my gut instincts. I'll try not to disappoint my ancestors. So, let me tell you a little bit about these shallots. They're like tiny, ultra concentrated onions, and let me tell you, they go so well with pork. Chef's kiss. Furthermore, that Thai basil, it's the only basil. Seriously, it is so fragrant, and you get a huge bundle for such a low price. After using the leaves, my stepmom likes to propagate the stems by sticking them into dirt, and they just flourish during the summer. They add flavor to a lot of dishes, one of my favorites being basil chicken, which is another recipe that I need to get from my parents. Hands down, my favorite part about making spring rolls is definitely the wrapping. I love seeing all the ingredients sitting together all pretty and colorful, and the wrapping process is just so therapeutic and satisfying. And the verdict? Well, they didn't turn out as good as mom's. I've done myself and my baby some disjustice. I should just move back home. On this day, we went out for some yummy snacks. I never filmed in public before, and I was a bit intimidated by all the people at the market, so I'll just show you what we got instead. We were planning to go and visit our friend later that day, so we got some of our favorite snacks for him to try out too. I stopped vlogging a little early on in the week, just because for the rest of the week, baby's mom had surgery planned. So we're spending a couple of nights with her while she's recovering. As always, I'm wishing you happiness and health. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.